but I think every filmmaker knew how incredibly difficult this film was to pull off. You add to that somebody like Alejandro, who is, without question, an incredibly groundbreaking filmmaker. He's really changing the landscape of how we, not how we watch movies, but how we interact with them. I mean, there's sequences in this film, not to, toot our own horn here, but I could say it because I wasn't the person behind the camera. They really feel like virtual reality. They really feel like you are the best possible version of what you can be as an audience member. You're like a fly buzzing around that bear attack sequence. You feel the breath of the bear. You feel the sweat. It stimulates almost every one of your senses. And I knew that this was going to be an incredibly ambitious project. I think everyone involved, so it was years of talking about this film, because you're not only dealing with that, you're dealing with these incredibly harsh elements, these far-off locations, coupled with Alejandro's and Chivo's style of making movies, which is unlike anything I've ever experienced as an actor, because I don't know if a lot of people know this, but we really rehearsed this for months and months and months before. And we're there for 2 months orchestrating that battle sequence for weeks at a time, because what they're trying to do is simultaneously capture these moments of incredible intimacy with characters and have the fluidity of that push off into a David Lean style action shot where hundreds of infiltrating a camp, and then you switch right back to the intimacy and the breath of an individual character. This was literally like creating a Swiss watch. And we had to have all the components together, every single department working in unison, and of course you get a filmmaker like Alejandro who is relentless and vigilant, and this is what I admire the most about him, and this is why he's an unbelievable filmmaker to work with, is because he will stop at nothing to get what he wants up there on screen. And I don't mean that in any other way except with the most admiration, because if you're going to attempt something like this, one tiny little detail will take you out of that immersive feeling as an audience member. It will not feel like virtual reality. So he's sitting there with a fine-tooth comb watching every single thing that's up on screen, and he's so incredibly vigilant about making it as realistic and documentary-like as possible, that everyone around us, no matter how hard this movie was to make, and it was it was the hardest. I will say it was the hardest. You feel a camaraderie and a need to give him everything that he wants, because you know the end result is going to be something spectacular.